Guys, today we are reacting to how hot dogs are made. I actually have heard it's really nasty, and now I kind of understand because just look at that stuff. Oh, there's Snoop Dogg. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do it. So, I'm scared.
Hot dogs are an all-American fare, but most likely it was German sausage makers who first came up with the idea.
Yeah.
In fact, there are reports of German immigrants selling them from push carts in New York's Bowery as far back as the 1860s. A century and a half later, hot dogs are still the #1 treat on the street.
Those look normal.
Traditional hot dogs are made from a mix of pork, beef, and chicken. The cuts they start with are called trimmings, pieces of meat left over from cutting steaks or pork chops.
Ew. Who would take a job of
The
doing
trimmings
that?
are ground the same way butchers chop up hamburger meat,
Ew.
by pushing the cuts through grated metal plates.
That's a lot of sausage. I think that's sausage.
Processed chicken trimmings are added to the ground meat, followed by food starch, salt, and other flavorings.
So nasty.
These flavorings vary depending on
is
where the
that?
hot dogs are to be sold, because people in different regions have different tastes. Water is sprayed into the mix, and everything is blended together in a big vat.
Oh! Ew. Ew, I don't think I'm ever gonna eat hot
Corn
dogs
syrup
again.
adds a dash of sweetness.
Oh. Oh, looks like some diarrhea throw up.
The addition of even more water helps to disperse the ingredients and make the hot dogs juicier.
Ew.
Another
hot
machine
dogs
then
don't-
purees the meat batter into a fine emulsion and vacuums out any air.
What is that coming out of? What is that? Who would do this job?
Long rolls of cellulose tubing are loaded into the stuffing machine.
Gosh, I would hate to do this.
It
for a
pumps the
job.
meat puree into these casings, twisting it every 5 1/4 inches, the length of one hot dog. It takes just 35 seconds to make a chain of hot dogs that would span a soccer field twice.
Probably should put this on full screen. I'll just put it like this.
Then,
Whoa,
3 of
that's
those
actually-
hot dog chains
why are
are
they
linked
black?
together to make an even longer string, and they're loaded several at a time into another machine which drapes the hot dogs onto moving racks.
Why are they
The
black?
process is carefully timed so that a twist always lands on the bar. The racks shunt the hot dogs through a liquid smoke shower, then into an oven with several cooking zones. The liquid smoke seeps through the casing
They're
and
still
adds flavor to
black.
the dogs as
Why?
they bake.
Why does it have black lines? That actually looks so good.
Hot
some
out of the
reason, I do wanna
oven, these
eat
franks
those.
are drenched in cold, salty
Even
water
though
to
I
chill
just
them in preparation for
saw-
packaging.
Okay. It's so nasty.
The hot dogs then file down to an unloading zone.
Not hot dogs.
Here, a machine pulls them off the bars onto a conveyor. Then, the hot dogs slide off the conveyor into metal containers. If you've been wondering about those black stripes on the casings, all is about to be revealed.
Oh, thank you.
The stripe is a marker attached to the casing. The absence of a black stripe means the hot dog is cooked and ready for packaging.
Does that mean they have to take off?
Inside the peeler machine, a tiny knife slits each casing along the top.
Oh.
Then, steamy air blows the casings right off the dogs. This
Ew.
machine peels
I was just
700
about
hot
to
dogs
eat
a minute.
hot dogs. That's actually pretty cool.
An inspector makes sure the casing has been completely removed and that there are no defects in the dogs. Then, it's into a device that looks like a plastic bicycle chain. The sprockets position the hot dogs for packaging.
A lot of work.
This factory manufactures an incredible 300,000 hot dogs an hour. That's close to 2.5 million per shift. They really do churn them out like sausages. Fire up the grill and a mouth-watering meal is just minutes away.
Ew, I don't think I'm ever gonna eat hot dogs again. Just look at
By
that.
Food Star,
Where's the look at
they're into a
that.
fine emulsion
Ew.
and vacuums out.
Wow. Wow. Well, thanks for watching. That was nasty. So I'm sorry if you didn't know how they're made. And if you didn't want to see this, I'm sorry. But thanks for watching. And